Today on Zoom,
I can be sad, and I can be happy.
1, 2, 3, move! 1, 2, 3, move! Last one with the sock is the winner.
Funding for Zoom
is provided by the National Science Foundation, America's investment in the future, and the Corporation for Public Broadcasting,
and by
viewers like you.
I'm Pablo.
I'm Alisa. I'm Zinger. And I'm Lynese.
We're all loved into one world now.
So let's talk.
We want to hear from you.
Come on, give it a try.
And if you like what you see, turn off the TV and do it. Come on and do, 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 come on and do. Come on and do, come on and do, come on and do, come on and do, come on and do.
This game is called Marble Pickup, sent to us by Elizabeth Yu of Peaksville, New York. Okay, ready. On your mark. Get set. Go!
It's cold.
Yeah, I got one! Woo! Keiko's in the lead. But Pablo's out. Oh, my. Oh, Pablo did not win yet.
Hold on. Hold on.
Look at this foot. It's a foot for winner. My foot needs to cool off now. Good game. Good game, foot. Foot high five.
Zoom. Today, we're going to make a pomander. It's a homemade air freshener. Katie F. of West Spring, Illinois, did this do with the lemon, but I'm going to use an orange. The other materials that you need are cinnamon, ground nutmeg, ribbons, whole cloves, tape, and a small bowl. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to tape the fruit into 4 quarters. It may look pretty easy, but for a person that has small patience like me, it gets irritating after a while. Now, you take your whole cloves and you push them in. But if you can't make the holes with the whole cloves, you can get a toothpick, make the holes, then stick the whole cloves in. Here's one with all the whole cloves in it already. All we have to do is take off the tape and get the small bowl with your cinnamon and your nutmeg along with your not finished pomander and roll it around. The reason why we roll the orange around in the nutmeg and the cinnamon is to make it smell good. Now, we're going to take the ribbon and tie it around where we have the tape. It's kind of difficult to tie a bow with this round thing. Tied into a bow at the top. Now, after you're done doing this, you can put it in the closet and forget about it for a couple of weeks, or you can hang it up and watch it shrivel. Now, after it's done shriveling, you can put it in a room where you want it to smell heavenly, like your sock drawer.
If you want the directions for Zoom do's like this one, check out the Zoom website at www.pbs.org or write to Zoom, Box 350, Boston, Mass. 02134, and we'll send you the latest issue of Zoomerang.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
If you could have anybody in history as part of your family, who would it be and why?
It would be Leonardo da Vinci because he has great art and I love the colors.
Jackie Robinson, because I want him to teach me how to play baseball.
If I could have a family member in history, it would be Albert Einstein because he invented stuff. Here are some Hink Pinks, Hinky Pinkies, and Hinkety Pinkities sent in by Julie L. of Hartford, Michigan. What's a Hinky Pinky for a wet toad?
Soggy Froggy?
Yeah! A Hink Pink for a stray fowl.
A loose goose! A loose goose!
Yeah, you got that one.
All right, I'm going to go now. A Hink Pink for a regulation at a place of learning.
Oh, school rule.
Yes.
Okay. A Hank Pink for a pretend pain.
A grudgy ouchie.
A fake ache.
Yeah.
A hanky-pinky for a thicker mess.
Fatty Matty.
No.
Fatter matter.
Fat matter. Yes.
Fatter matter.
Oh.
All right, you go again.
Okay. A hanky pinky for a silent revolt.
Silent, violent.
It can't be silent. It has to be a different word.
Quiet. A quiet riot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Finally, I forget. So a Hink Pink has one syllable. A Hinky Pinky has 2 syllables. And a Hinkety Pinkety has 3 syllables. Do you know any Hink Pinks, Hinky Pinkies, or Hinkety Pinkities? If you do, send them to Zoom.
When I lay in bed at night, I dream about fish. My aunt painted this mural for me and my brother. My name is Tim Jacobson, and I like fish. I got a 20-gallon aquarium, and I have tropical fish. I watch them roam around a lot. I like having an aquarium, and I will show you guys how to set one up. Usually fish live in a big lake or a big ocean. Now we're going to shrink it down to a 10-gallon tank. So there are a few things we have to do to make it safe for the fish. Fish that live in a tank eat food and poop in the water. And if you don't clean the water, the poop turns into poison and kills the fish. So you need to use a filter. If you have any questions, it's best to ask someone at a pet store in the fish department. The filter that we are going to use is called an under gravel filter. When the air pump is turned on, the water goes through the gravel and the gravel cleans the water. The pump, when you plug it in, it'll make bubbles for the fish so they can breathe really good. Where the water meets the air is where the oxygen gets into the water. When the air pump makes bubbles, they break the surface of the water and the oxygen can get in. Well, of course you're going to want to decorate your aquarium. You can put decorations in your tank as long as they are inert, which means they won't release chemicals into the water. Things that are made of plastic, glass, or ceramics are okay to use in your tank. Now we add the water. Another thing to remember is that tropical fish come from the tropics and need the water to be a certain temperature. That's why we use the heater. Hey guys, you want to see what it's like in your new tank? First you gotta see what the temperature's like, okay? Okay. After the fish been in for a half an hour, you can put them in the tank. It's time to go in. They look happy. They are happy.
Hey, David, what kind of coffee does Dracula like?
I don't know.
Decaffeinated.
Colin W. of Orchard Park, New York, challenged us to try and make a cotton ball catapult using a plastic spoon, a ruler, masking tape, and 2 rubber bands. Let's try it.
Did you say to fling it?
Tape
All
it.
right.
So that's all.
We're gonna use, of course. Okay. So.
Tape it.
Oh, yeah, like a seesaw.
We're trying to make it so it stays in the air, but then when we have to bring it down, and then
like flings back up.
and then we go back, and then we pull our finger back, and then it flings.
And then it flings back up.
Yeah.
Hold it like this.
Okay.
Well, first we wrap it around.
Let's see if it. No, that doesn't work. Okay. Well, I try it one more time to see if it really does.
We need somewhere that go that way.
Yeah, I know, I'm not done yet.
We don't need that.
So we should only do it, wrap it around once.
So it can go back up.
Try it. Oops. 3 feet. Okay. With tape. Back to the drawing board. Okay.
Doesn't look like a cotton now. Okay.
It would be much easier if we had something heavier instead of cotton balls, because cotton balls are light.
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Pretty good.
Okay, you want to try? Wait, try one without tape.
All right.
It's too light. Here was the last layer, I think. Ready? Go. Yeah! That was really good. To build our catapult, we had to make a base for it to rock on, just like the seesaw rocks. Cotton balls are really light, so it was hard to make a catapult that would throw them. Check out how Ryan V. and Michael B. at the Bettendorf Museum in Iowa made their catapult. I wonder how far they could make cotton balls go.
I'm Ryan Vanema. And I'm Michael Burke. We have a Zoom challenge. We're from the Bettendorf Museum in Bettendorf, Iowa.
I built this catapult. It is a medieval device to transport objects through the air.
Something like this.
Or this.
Or something like this.
The egg measured 22 feet. The tomato launched 48 feet. And then the potato measured 21.5 feet. See if you can beat that.
Here's a game called Sock Steal, sent in by Tina from Greenbelt, Maryland. First, take off your shoes. Then, pull down your socks so that they're flopping and hanging off your toes like this. Then, crawling on your hands and knees, steal the other player's socks. When both of your socks have been taken, you're out. Last one with a sock is the winner. Ready? All right, on your mark.
Oh, you guys trying to get me.
Get set, go. Good, me and Pablo are good.
Here's the one sock.
The one sock in.
Jesus! Come on. No. Come on. Yeah.
That was great. Pablo wins. Good job, Pablo.
I'm Sarah, and I'm 13 years old.
Okay, how do you do it? How do you do it?
I'm Tristan, and I am 13 years old.
I'm Patrick, and I'm 12 years old.
We're spending the summer at Circus Smircus in Grantsboro, Vermont. We train in a circus barn for 2 weeks, and then we tour around New England. Part of being at the circus is being a clown, and part of being a clown is doing makeup. It's always good to put the white on first, then the red, then the black. Because the black is like the darker, so it's easier for it to take over other colors.
Is one brighter than the other, or do they look the same?
No, they look good.
I kind of start a little sloppy, and then I clean up the edges. Like, I'm not perfect at first, and I may let a little go down here. I just take a Q-tip and cut it out. The makeup that we use is professional quality makeup. It's grease paint.
Sometimes if you go to a regular toy store or something, you can go and you can get face paints, and they work really well. Like, I think this is even a face paint. It is. It's a face paint, and it's easy. It's also really easy to work with. Where sometimes this gets kind of like smudgy or something. That's baby wipes.
Sure.
Made a little mistake. I made a big mistake. It's always good to go slow just to make sure two colors don't run into each other. And also, easier not to make mistakes when you're going slow. So.
My final touch is a hat.
For my final touch, I put a black line around my nose just to make it more obvious, to make it stick out.
When I started clowning, I was very shy. And when I put on makeup, they really didn't know who I was. What's that?
Looks good.
And I came to Circus Smircus, and now I'm really not shy anymore.
Putting on clown makeup for me, it's I don't know, it kind of makes me hyper. And I can be sad, and I can be happy. When I put on makeup, I know my personality totally changes. I sort of get a jump of energy, because I know that I'll make people happy, which makes me happy too.
Pencil by William V. of San Francisco, California. Shh, shh, shh. There's a pencil writing with lead as dark as the night sky, feeling smooth as paper. Ugh, 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 ugh. There's the eraser on top of the pencil, erasing some writing like painting a wall, yellow to white. Shh, 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 shh. The pencil just broke. Grrr. I sharpened it now. Now I'll start writing again. Zoomtail.
Revenge in Outer Space, written and illustrated by Hannah Kay of Midland, Michigan. The search is on. A short time ago, there were a couple of so-called astronauts heading to outer space, hoping to find aliens. Only about 500,000 had gone before them and found nothing. When these so-called astronauts reached Mars, they did not know it, but they stepped right onto a pack of aliens. You see, these guys are so very, very tiny to the naked eye. As it happens, one of the aliens was the chief of that particular tribe. The chief wanted to seek revenge for hurting his people with their huge boots. He called a meeting and told the others. He then called upon outer space's best thinker to drum up a good payback. Thinker had a fabulous idea. He blurted out, "Eureka!" They knew he was onto something great. The idea was to get the town's best mechanics and build robots to invade the planet Earth. The aliens would go down to Earth in their portals and capture the people. They would then make robots that are identical to the real people, except they would do very bad things. For example, they would knock down the Statue of Liberty, make currents on Ellis Island. The aliens flew to Earth and captured the first person. This guy loved plaid. He was jolly and plump with a great big smile. His first name was Yodelehi. His last name was who? Yodelehi-hoo! What a voice. Yodelehi was loaded onto the ship. His size was so queer, he almost tipped the portal off course. It would be difficult to make him over, but he was too jolly to resist. The construction of the robot started immediately. It was starting to take shape. Yodelehi was no longer jolly. He was catching on to what they were up to. You see, the aliens planned to keep the real Yodelehi and send the robot back to Earth. Forever. He knew he must act fast. When it came time for the journey to Earth, he hopped onto the portal. Once Yodelehi's feet touched the ground on Earth, he contacted NASA. He told them the whole story. NASA immediately flew 2 of their best astronauts to Mars to apologize to the aliens. The aliens and the real astronauts shook hands and said there would be no need to seek any kind of revenge. The search was over. The end.
Lisa P. of Powell, Tennessee, nominated Marcus R. for today's ZOOMa Cum Laude. During all of 3rd, 4th, and 5th grades, Marcus never missed a single day of school. Congratulations, Marcus. You'll be receiving your ZOOMa Cum Laude certificate in the mail.
Congratulations!
The Elevator by the Zoomers.
All right, work it. There you go. Awesome!
Enough. I don't want to be late for my meeting with my movie agent. Let's see, floor 17.
Good evening, ma'ams.
Can you press 18, please? Are you from out of town?
Well,
Because I'm from out of town. Well, not too far from out of town, just a little from out of town. But
Enough! Your chatter's giving me a headache.
really? Do you think I talk a lot? I don't think I talk a lot. I think I talk just enough. That's why I like elevators. You can
cows.
I beg your pardon?
I live out of town milking cows. I'm the president of the Cow Milking Association. It's a very serious business.
Really? Wow. I've never milked a cow before. Of course, I've heard a cow moo before. I think cows moo just as much as I talk, don't you?
Enough! I must concentrate on my breathing so that I may inhale the beauty and exhale out all the wrinkles. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
The elevator's not moving. Let me try the buttons.
Allow me. These are very experienced milking hands.
Enough! Let me try the phone. Hello, it's me, Susanna Starr, the most beautiful star of all Hollywood.
Give me that. Hello? This is Kathy. Can I ask you a question? Do you think I talk a lot? I don't, but I thought I'd take a survey just to find out if...
What are you doing? We're stuck in an elevator, for Pete's sake. Ask for some help.
It's dead.
Oh, enough. Let's try something else. How about the elevator doors?
Good idea. Moo! 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 Oh. I find mooing helps strengthen the mind and body. Keeps my cows eternally young. Especially Bessie.
Really? Eternally young?
Moo! Moo! Moo!
Moo! Moo! 1, 2, 3, moo!
1, 2, 3, moo! 1, 2, 3, moo!
1, 2, 3, moo! 1, 2, 3, moo!
So long, ma'ams.
Enough!
Do you think I talk a lot? I don't. I just love elevators. I could talk and ride on them all day long. Couldn't you?
Check it out! Check it out!
We can't do it on our own. We need you to make it known
That everything you see right here can only be on Zoom.
Because of every one of you.
Who? You. Feed us.
A recipe.
Teach us.
Biology.
Tell us a joke, show the trick, I read or learn some poetry.
So if you want to see it coming out of your TV, type it up, write it down,
And ship it off to Zoom.
How?
Email
Send it to Zoom.
or email.
Cause you called the tune. If you got a video, give it up.
We'll put it on the show.
A super zinger, Z-O-O-M.
Zoom. It's you will be seeing
Up on the street.
Write your name and your address.
And do what?
Take a wild guess.
Email
Send it off to Zoom.
or email.
You call the tune.
Email
Send it to Zoom. To who?
www.pbs.org.
email.
You know the who.
To Zoom.
Z-O-O-M box 350.
Boston, Mass.
02134.
Send it to Zoom.
All submissions become the property of Zoom.
And will be eligible for inclusion in all Zoom media. This means that we can share your ideas with other Zoomers on TV, the web, in print materials, and in other Zoom ways. So, send it to Zoom.
But wait, that's not all. Zoom has a way cool website. Visit it at www.pbs.org. And if you don't have a computer at home, there's probably one at your local library.
Funding for Zoom
It's provided by
The National Science Foundation, America's investment in the future.
and the Corporation for Public Broadcasting,
And by
viewers like you.
a production of WGBH Boston.